Here are the ingredients that you'll need: a quart of chicken stock, 1.5 pounds of chicken bouillon, 2 29-ounce cans of hominy. The first thing that I'm going to do is add my entire quart of chicken stock into my pot here. And if you don't want to use chicken stock, you can just boil water with onion and garlic. I filled up the rest of the pot halfway with water, brought up the heat to high so it can boil. After the water is boiling, I am now going to add in all of my chicken. Now keep in mind that you can use any type of chicken that you like. Chicken breasts, chicken thighs, you name it. I prefer these just because I feel they are more flavorful. The next thing that you want to do is cover your pot and let it boil again. While the chicken is boiling, the next thing to do is prepare the hominy. So now I have emptied out all the contents of my pozole cans into my strainer, as you see here, and I am just straining out the actual juices of the pozole. And then I am now rinsing it out, as you see here. Now this step is optional, and I will say that I've prepared the pozole both ways. I've actually left it in its own juices and then I've rinsed it out. I actually feel that it does taste better with it rinsed out. So this is why I always take this extra step and rinsing out my pozole. And after it's rinsed out, what I'm going to do is just transfer it to another bowl and just put it to the side for when it is ready to be mixed together. So now that my chicken is fully cooked, what I'm going to do is turn off the heat, and then I'm going to transfer it into a bowl or another pot, whatever you have handy, so that it can cool down. While my chicken is cooling down, I'm just going to go in and scrape off a little bit of fat from the broth because we are going to use it again. The next thing to do is to add the hominy so that it cooks a little bit while we shred our chicken. Add in a 1/4 cup of water and let it boil. Now that the chicken is cool enough for me to handle, I am just going to go in and shred it. You can do this however you like. If you don't like to handle the meat, what you can do is use your tongs and your fork and just shred it that way. There were some pieces of chicken that were a little hot for me, so what I did was just grab the chicken on one end and then just scrape it off with the fork. That works too, but then I found myself going and just shredding the chicken down to smaller pieces. So now the pozole has been boiling for about 10 minutes or so. The next thing to do is add in all of the shredded chicken. And if you would like more chicken rather than pozole, all you have to do is just add a little bit more chicken stock and or water. We just prefer in my household more pozole over the chicken. Now that the two main ingredients are in, what you're gonna do is just give it a good mix. And I like mine a little bit juicier, so what I'm gonna go in and do is add about a 1/4 cup of water or 1/2 cup, just depending on how juicy you like your soup. But I always like to make sure all my ingredients are covered. Then I'm gonna go in with the green chili. You can use any green chili that you have in hand. This is just salsa that I make, and I like to use it for multiple things when I am cooking. If you want a video on that, all you need to do is leave me a comment down below that you want to see the video on how I make my salsa, or leave me a thumbs up so I know to create one. So we are almost done here, but I am going to go in and add some chicken bouillon. As you see here, I added in a very generous amount of chicken bouillon. This was a teaspoon, and I'm just going to go in and mix it very well so that it spreads evenly through the pozole. I don't add more than 2 teaspoons because when we cook the chicken with the chicken stock, it already has so much flavor, and that is the reason why I use chicken stock. But if you don't have chicken stock and you have all the other ingredients, you can always just boil it with salt, water, and onion, as I mentioned earlier, and then still add some chicken bouillon, and it will still be flavorful. Now the last step is to just bring up the heat and cover it and just let it boil all together for about 5 to 10 minutes. It really also depends how soft you want your hominy. So here is what it looks like done. So yummy, you guys. And the toppings, you can use any types of toppings. I like mine with the green cabbage. You can eat it by itself. I've seen others eat it with some radishes. You know what? Anything that you like is what is best. Okay, so for the real taste test, so here is my green chicken pozole, and let me go ahead and grab a nice spoonful. So here we go. So good. Oh my gosh, this just warms my heart. This is what I've been craving, and the reason why I decided to make this video for you guys today, because it's so good, so easy to make, really easy dinner fix right away. It took me less than an hour, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go devour this. But I'm gonna leave all the ingredients for you in the description box down below. Okay, I'm gonna go finish eating this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.